to my channel. My name is Reagan May, and today we are decluttering our technology. I'm going to be giving you 10 different ways to declutter your digital space, whether that's on your phone, your computer, a laptop, your iPad, whatever it is. So I'm a full-time online college student and I just started YouTube, so the majority of my day is spent on technology. And while that is lovely, I feel like a declutter is so necessary because we have so many things on our computer, and truly my mind gets so bogged down and distracted, and I'm kept from productivity a lot of times because my space is cluttered and messy and unorganized and everything like that. I talked about in my resetting for the new year 2023 series. If you haven't watched it, definitely go watch it. But I talked about decluttering our digital space, and I got a couple requests to do this video. So you don't have to do all of these, or you can do all of these. I did not get this all done in 1 week. To me, your digital space has so much of your life on it that it takes kind of a long time to sift through it and organize it and find a way that really simplifies it and minimizes it while also keeping and storing everything that you need it to do. So let's just go ahead and get into the video. The first way that you can declutter your digital space is by going through your email. Now, I know emails are like notorious for just being super messy and unorganized and bogged down by all of these like promotional and things that you subscribed to. So I thought that we would just start with uncluttering your inbox. What I do to declutter my email is first I like to go through and just delete everything that I do not need, and I mean everything. And while doing that, I like to go ahead and unsubscribe to any promotional or subscription things that I accidentally signed up for or purposefully did throughout the year. As I step into 2023, I'm really trying to minimize my spending habits and become more of a financial minimalist. And part of that means that I don't need all of these promotional subscription things in my inbox. So honestly, every single one I just unsubscribed to. If I need it, I'll go back and subscribe. That really clears out the number of emails you're getting every single day. Okay, so now that we have deleted everything that we don't need, it's time to organize the things that we do need. So I like to create folders in my email, take things out of my inbox and store them into there. The point of this is to keep your inbox as minimal as possible and as clear as possible so that you can really focus on the emails that are coming through, and when you do sit down to do your emails, it's not going to be taking you a ton of time and you're not going to get distracted by old emails. Some different folders that you might need may be bills. I like to keep all of my bills in one and all of my like financial statements and stuff for the year. You may have emails for a trip, maybe like a hotel and a booking. So I would put that in a folder. Anything that you really need, I would put into a folder, get it out of your inbox, clear that space up for new incoming emails that you need to sift through. Now we have our email all simplified and minimal. Now it is time to go through our computer. And there are so many ways that you can declutter your computer. I highly recommend doing it at the beginning of the year, and honestly multiple times a year in order to really keep it clean. The first thing that I do on my computer is I go through all of my downloads and my desktop. And what I do is I have kind of 3 different categories that I go through in my head with each and every document that I have saved to my computer. I either delete it, I store it, or I keep it. Deleting is everything that you do not need at all. Delete it. Get it out of there. Minimize that space. You do not need half the things that are downloaded to my computer. I don't mean to even download. I don't need to use them again. So get them on out of there. The second criteria is store it. This is anything that you don't necessarily use, but you also don't want to delete. So maybe old papers, maybe some documents that have to do like with your health or a resume or something like that that you're not necessarily using right now. I go ahead and store it on an external hard drive. It still simplifies my computer and opens up space and storage, and there's less documents going on to sift through, but I still keep it and have it in case I ever need to pull it back up. And then the last category is keep it. And that is anything that you use regularly that you need to get to on your computer. After I do those 3 things, then I like to organize my documents. This is going to be very personal, like towards you. Maybe your desktop has a lot of different stuff on it. You need to condense them into folders. Just making sure that when you open up your page, when you open up up your computer and your documents, everything is organized, simplified, easy to find, and the most minimal that it can be. Next thing I do on my computer after I've done all my documents is I go through my storage. Go to settings and then pull up your storage. And when you click on storage, a bunch of different areas pops up, and it's gonna be apps, documents, movies, music, podcasts, documents, and it shows you all of these things, and you can then manage your storage and go through and clear things up on there. Now, we already should have gone through documents. Now you can go through everything. You can delete apps you no longer want. You can go through podcasts, you can delete messages on your laptop that you don't want anymore. And so this is just a really good way, again, to minimize what is on your laptop, reduce distractions, and also just clear up storage for the upcoming year. The very last thing that I like to do when going through my computer is I go to my trash and I delete my trash. What I didn't know is if you delete everything but you don't delete the trash, it's still on your computer and it's still taking up storage, it's still bogging things down, it's slowing down your computer, it's still a distraction for you. So I just like to go ahead and delete all of the trash that is on there. That's like you decluttering your room, deciding that you're gonna get rid of all of this stuff, and then you just leaving it all in your living room. You gotta take it to the Goodwill, you gotta sell it, you gotta get it out of your space in order for it to be truly decluttered and clean and organized. So hit the trash button. Now that my computer is clean, I then like to go over into my hard drive because we talked about moving some things over there, and I like to organize that. This may be really hard or really easy depending on how much you use your hard drive, but I like to keep mine in folders of like YouTube, computer. Your hard drive is there to store stuff that you may need to gain access to in the future, and if it is not organized, it may be impossible to find that file. So it's really important to keep it organized in folders and just making sure that everything has a place. Now it is time to do the most daunting task to me, and this is to declutter my Google accounts / my iCloud. What I would recommend is just taking one at a time. Start with docs, then sheets, then photos, and just kind of have that mindset of get rid of anything that you do not need, that you do not use. Kind of like when you're decluttering your clothes, be cutthroat, guys. Get rid of it if you don't need it. Organize what you do keep. Okay, so that concludes everything that I declutter on my computer. Now let's move over to the phone and decluttering the phone. The first thing that I like to do with the phone, and this is what I hate least, is going through my photos. What I like to do is just go through and delete, again, any duplicates, anything that I don't need, any screenshots and everything like that. After I declutter all of my photos, it is now time to declutter my apps and get rid of anything and everything that I do not use. And with that, I also like to organize and make my home screen the way that I like it. I like to take everything off of my home screen that I don't use on a daily basis, because to me it just gets rid of distraction and clutter that way. But obviously design your home screen the way that you need and the way that fits you best. If you're trying to stop shopping so much, get rid of your Amazon apps. So just kind of be thinking through different apps that tempt you a lot or take up a lot of your time or distract you, and just go ahead and get rid of them. You don't need them. Now it is time to declutter our social media. So this one I actually don't like doing either because it takes forever. What I like to do is I like to go through all of my social medias and I actually unfollow anyone that I do not know or that does not inspire me. So I obviously know that you follow people that you don't really know, but the whole point of social media is to be in community with people, and I don't think the point is to just follow random people that don't add anything to your life. So for me, I'm very strict. If I don't know them, if I don't talk to them, or if they don't inspire me, then I get rid of them. It's not saying that they're bad accounts. They don't have to be a negative account for you to unfollow them. Obviously unfollow the negative ones and follow the ones that are stirring gossip or jealousy or anything in your heart, but also they don't have to be bad for you to unfollow them. Maybe you're just not connected to them. Maybe you don't receive anything from following that account, so why do you need it? The next place that I like to declutter on my phone, which I feel like a lot of people forget, is my notes. And what I mean by notes is my notes app and also any notes apps that I have. So on my iPad, I have the Good Notes app, and that's where I take all of my school notes. I have it on my phone as well. And I like to go through both of these apps and just delete the things that I no longer need. Sometimes I can combine some notes together. Also, you can organize your notes app into different folders. So I have a faith folder. I have like different folders that you can put stuff in. So that makes it a lot easier for when you need something, you can go and find it quicker and easier. The next one is very different, and I don't hear a lot of people say it, but the next thing that I declutter is my notifications. Notifications are designed to take your interest, grab your attention, and distract you. Notifications honestly should only be on for apps that you absolutely need. To me, it kind of makes me feel a little bit free from that need to constantly be on your phone, especially whenever a notification goes off. We are addicted to reaching for our phone. And so to me, it frees that up a little bit. It frees up distractions and it minimizes my phone a little bit as well. So the very last way to declutter your digital space is to create a hub to put everything in for the upcoming year. Now, this one's kind of weird. It's not really taking away, it's kind of adding. The clutter happens when everything is just everywhere. You have some stuff in Google Docs, some in Word, some in notes, some in pictures that you took of information. And so I wanted a place to keep everything, all of my notes, all of my routines, all of my content planning, every single thing is in my Notion. So now I don't have to think, did I create a Word doc, or did I create a Good Notes on my iPad, or did I put it in my notes on my phone? Obviously, there's other things that you can do for your digital space to minimize it and clean it up, but those were just some ways that I did it. And I hope this was beneficial for you in any way, shape, or form. Thank you guys for watching, and remember to like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel. I will see y'all in the next video. Bye guys.